Welcome to Xbox Uncut's weekly podcast. This is not how I wanted to start the show. I had a whole new thing and I fucked it up. Oh man.
It sounded like you
that's
forgot
part
how
of
to
the
do the
course.
intro.
Yeah, no, but I wrote something down. I did. I was excited, and then I just didn't look at it and just started rambling.
Oh, you hesitated.
Yes, I did. So going forward, it's going to be welcome to episode 288 of the Xbox Uncut's weekly podcast, a gaming podcast for adults by adults. This is here because fucking apparently in the United States, if anything's tailored for kids, I could be sued. So this is not a kids podcast. This is an adults podcast. We cuss, we swear, we predict. That's what we do.
That's right.
This week joining me is the wonderful Stadia boy himself, Steph. Welcome to what's going on, sir? How are you, Steph?
I'm no longer a Stadia boy.
You're a Stadia man?
No. I'm Meteor Man.
Meteor Man?
Yeah, Meteor Man.
Okay, we will update from Stadia boy to Meteor Man. Meteor Man.
Yeah.
Is that the Robert Townsend movie?
Meteor Man. Yeah, that's me. That black guy.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, no, that black guy's not here.
No, that black guy that's from the movie who was a superhero.
No, he's not here. I'm waiting for Eric. I sent him a message.
Well, funny. I hadn't heard from Eric in like 3 months or something like that, and he randomly sent me a Thanksgiving meal picture
Yeah.
on Steam. He's like, "Yeah, look at how I ate, man. Look at what I ate for dinner." I'm like,
I mean, I'm not going to get too much into his business. He's been kind of sick the last couple of weeks.
Oh, he's been sick. Oh, he didn't
yeah,
say.
I've been talking to him. Like he's
Oh, okay.
going through a little bit of a rough patch right now. But thankfully he's been able to get to the doctors. Get some,
Well, he didn't eat healthier then. If he's sick, that shit he sent me didn't look healthy at all.
No, it wasn't a food thing. But
okay.
Like I said, I don't want to get too much into man's business. It's his story to tell, if you will. But this week, man, we got so much news to go over. So much. But before we get into news, we got to bring in the anchor of the show. Welcome to the show, Will. How are you doing today, sir?
Anchor?
Hey, man.
Keeps us steady so we can...
So am I like the... I don't want to say the captain.
You're a reasonable...
I'm like the... Well, I guess the anchor of like a CFD ship, I guess, you know?
Yes.
Okay, that works.
Always dropping the anchor right when we need it.
Takes 3 people to, bring it down, but eventually goes down.
Yep. All right. Well, this week, I don't even know where to start. There's so much news.
It's like a lot of stuff we've accumulated over the week or two.
But if you're, you can see all our notes in the show notes below, or like if you download the podcast, it's all there. I'd like to thank Infinity Line for already being in chat, ready to go.
Yeah,
man, it's already
Infinity Line. What's up, man? Thanks for also retweeting the, or just tweeting, well, liking the Twitter post too as well. Sorry, I'm kind of bugging out today.
Infinity Line says, "What's funny is I was thinking about this today as well. Since it is called Xbox Uncut, I've never really heard anyone curse. Lol. Well, fuck it. Eventually, we do curse, and I feel like I'd notice it way more than people because it's more like generically. I don't know. Like it's. I always cringe a little bit, but fuck it.
Yeah,
I did it twice.
Yeah,
no, but it was one of those things. Like, but especially with like, and it's not a YouTube thing. I don't know. Have y'all been following along with what's going on with media in the United States?
Yeah, I think they're doing. I think there's like a law that passed that prevents channels
from cookies. No, it's literally about your search cookies and your internet cookies. So what happens is in the United States, you are not legally allowed to track children, like their purchases or any, like you can't track that information. And the reason YouTube became so big on it is because YouTube was literally got caught.
Yeah, they had to pay a huge fee
that they were tracking children's cookie. Like, hey, this kid right right here, you could sell him Captain Crunch because he's gonna more likely buy it over any other kid. The reason on Saturday morning cartoons they can sell you Captain Crunch as commercials is because it had nothing to do with a specific kid. It's just like, hey, kids like Captain Crunch. This is a kid's show, sell Captain Crunch. But it's also the reason you see beer commercials during the Super Bowl and you don't see Captain Crunch commercials during the Super Bowl. Because they could go, hey, this account is a kid's account, and they want to do, they're watching the Super Bowl. Let's sell them Captain Crunch ads. That would be illegal. And that's what YouTube was doing. And they got caught doing it. While if it's just like, hey, mostly adults, male, watch the Super Bowl. Let's just have a bunch of, sexually attractive women in a commercial with a bunch of beer. Because you're kind of hitting that market. But anyway, the point is YouTube got caught really bad, and then U.S. lawmakers are really cracking down on, hey, what is your community you aiming for? Are you trying to aim towards children? And our we're an adult podcast. I could see how a kid would wind up coming to Xbox Uncut. We've always claimed to be an adult podcast, though, and we like even on our website, it's very much, hey.
Isn't there like the warning sign or whatever? Well, I forgot what you call it, but the little the shit they put on CDs, let you know this ain't for kids. So we got one of those on there.
Yes, like it is in our description that we are an adult podcast. We've always had that in our description, and it's not like we did. It had nothing to do with the law, but since there's a law, I'm gonna add that little gaming podcast for adults by adults. Like every podcast now, just to be very clear, that we are not trying to have kids listen to our show. But
we're also not trying to sell them anything either.
Yeah,
so
we're definitely we don't make no money. Like
we're not selling anybody anything here.
But I don't want my channel being thrown off of YouTube because they go, oh, it says Xbox, and they said they're gonna, gaming should be fine, but this is an extra layer of protection for us.
Nah, there were some people that was affected in gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, there was. Hell, I still feel like they do it anyway, to be honest with you, because I know every time my kids watching fucking Peppa Pig, I get Peppa Pig ads.
Yeah. Peppa Pig. It's funny you mentioned that. I'll be always talking to my coworkers about that stupid Peppa Pig thing. I always like tell them, like, for Christmas I'm just gonna get you guys like Peppa Pig books.
Why are you and your coworkers talking about Peppa Pig?
I don't know. It sounds funny. Peppa Pig. It's fun to say, Peppa Pig.
I'm tired of fucking Peppa Pig.
That's funny.
All right, let's move on to news. Now that we've got the
Peppa Pig stuff out the way.
And I also want to real quick, Dustin, I wanted to say thank you guys for waiting for me. My kid's okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, he good. He just hurt his neck.
So did your kid do what I did as a kid? See, what I did to hurt myself is my brother was on the ground and I was on the second bunk bed, and I jumped off to elbow him. I ended up breaking my leg.
Oh man, that's rough.
No.
Boys will be boys, right? That's the saying, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I think they had the pillows to the couch and they were running into each other. And then one kid ended up on the ground, which was the one who was in the hospital, and then he also fell on top of. So one's 11 and one's 8, and the 8-year-old small. He's a small 8-year-old. So
yeah.
So he broke his arm, or he's
No, he hurt his neck.
Hurt his neck. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, he had like a prior neck injury apparently that he got from playing football, like outside football.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to go to the hospital for it. But this time, I guess it hurt so bad. I was like, nah, I'm taking you, bro.
Yeah.
But he good. He all good. He just kind of over exaggerates a lot though. So you never know with these kids.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad he's doing well. Because, it's one of those.
It is the neck. So.
We were all boys growing up. We know how it goes, It's like.
I never broke a bone or anything like that.
What? It's crazy, man. I broke.
Did you break a bone, Will?
Mostly, I think I might have. I think it was like a big sprain. I did get a cast.
You don't remember if you broke a bone?
Yeah, I think I had a cast, so I think I might have broke it. I don't know. Either that or a heavy sprain.
You get
I don't remember.
cast for a sprain?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me. I think I
got an actual
fell
cast?
running backwards. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
you
might have
must have
broken
fell hard, knocked yourself out, don't remember what happened.
Hey, everything, everything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I would have. See, I had like a green stick break in my left arm.
What's that mean?
Where you break the bone, but you don't break it all the way through, and it's still attached to itself, and then they just hold it back for it to regrow and heal.
Maybe that's what I had.
Broke a leg bone. Yeah, I mean, just fucking. Well, yeah, broke my leg once.
Surprisingly, I skateboarded and I never broke anything. That's crazy.
See, what would happen to me was stupid shit like the WWE stuff, and then just playing football, because we would be playing on, like I had my friend just come up behind me, and, he was at the time he was fucking bigger than me, grabbed my legs, pulled me up, and then I just fell on my arms.
You broke both arms?
No, just one.
Oh, so you broke a leg and an arm?
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
But
okay.
yeah, I mean, we played rough as kids. It was good times though. Like me and him are still friends to this day. Like
you can't break my bones. Nah. I was always a quick guy. Quick.
But I also played like football on concrete.
Touch football?
Hell no. We were tackling each other. I ended up like fucking because I jumped out because we were playing in grass/concrete, and I ended up jumping into the end zone, which of course was all concrete, and just fucking ripping up my entire arm. Just
oh jeez,
all that skin went away.
That makes my skin crawl.
Can we talk about stuff that makes our skin crawl real quick? You know what I recently found out? What makes my skin crawl? It's tiny holes and stuff.
Tiny holes and stuff. Yeah, I get that. Like, cause just being like a grater, just
tiny holes will make my skin crawl. It's fucking up my. Jesus Christ, I hate that shit.
Okay, so you hate Swiss cheese?
No, those aren't tiny holes. Those are big holes.
There's some tiny holes in those too.
Yeah.
I think it's holes where they're not supposed to be.
Oh,
like if your face had a bunch of holes in it.
Yeah,
my face does have like eye holes, nose holes, mouth.
No. The holes where they're not supposed to be.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture.
I don't know if I want the picture.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know if I want this. This sounds really bad. I don't want it. The audience is going to be wondering what it is.
It's a phobia. I have a phobia for tiny holes.
A phobia for tiny holes.
I think it's called triphobia.
Triphobia. I gotta see what triphobia is, just so we could see what it's real. What I hope it's not what you're saying it is, and it's some weird phobia.
Yeah, triphobia. Yeah, holes.
Yeah, triphobia is a fear of or disgust of closely packed holes. People who have it feel queasy.
It's funny you said fear of hose.
Hose.
Like
yeah.
hose.
He made his pimping game really hard. Just around a hose.
Scared of them hoes.
All right. Let's switch to these. All right. Microsoft clarifies there are no plans for xCloud exclusive content at this time.
At this time. Why do I gotta put that word in there? That
because it makes sense though. Like, what if they come out with a server-based game like that they were talking about for Stadia that had nothing to do with like an Xbox specific, where let's say it's a 10,000 player RPG and they needed to have everything locally to make it work. Like, I could see that. Like, that's not on the horizon. That's whatever. It's a future technology that they're not going to limit themselves to. But at the same time, where this stems from is Microsoft is literally going up to developers, hey, we just want to make an edit or a version of your game. It's going to be the exact same of everything else. It just increases the font size when it sees somebody's playing on a phone or a tablet. Like, that's where this stems from. And then people turn this into, exclusive content. And it's like, no, that's not what they're talking about. You're overblowing this. we're not going to close the door on that, but like software does have to be there for it to go, hey, the font size in the Outer Worlds needs to be increased when you're playing on a cell phone. You know, it's a basic thing, but that has to be programmed into the game. I mean, they can't just zoom, like it would look really bad just to zoom in on the text every time somebody was speaking.
Yeah. I mean, it would work if they did like a 1v100 on that, like as kind of an exclusive for the service or whatever. So I think that'd be interesting.
That's something easy. Yeah, they could just have in the cloud.
Yeah.
Because it's online anyway, but it's not something you're really worried about having the best connection. Like it's just a talk show or whatever. But I think it would be more interesting to see something using server-based technology to create a game versus something local. And they just want to be able to have that instant connection. Because I don't think we have it in the news. They were talking about with, what was it? Their xCloud tripping all the Gears 5 anti-cheating mechanisms because they were under like 1 millisecond lag between the server and the game.
Mm-hmm.
So the game thought it was cheating. The xCloud accounts. Yeah, so they had to go in there and be like, hey, no, it's just we're right on top of the server. We're in the server to run the game and play on the server for the game. Because me personally, I have a 17 millisecond connection to Microsoft servers, which is really good.
Yeah.
But it's everybody's going to be different there. But when you're using xCloud, you're going to have a distance between you and the stream, but between the stream and the server that you're playing on is going to be much smaller.
I mean, that's interesting. Like, we'll see how the latency goes with the, with the tests and stuff like that.
And of course, everybody's different. Like Digital Foundry had a good review going over what phones had latency issues. Because even the phone itself on the exact same connection made a drastic difference on how people felt latency on xCloud.
Was it based on the operating system, or was it just on the?
No, they were all Androids, but they were a Razer phone and Samsung and what was an LG? I want to say the LG did the best, Samsung second, and then the Razer was the worst.
Nice, good thing I have an LG then.
Yeah.
What is the phone difference make, really? Isn't it an all server based?
It was like 30 milliseconds of display lag.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. All right.
Okay, so the phone makes a difference.
Gotcha. And which LG is it?
I don't know. We'd have to pull up the Digital Foundry article. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
All right, cool. But it's not your phone, though, right? Not the phone you got.
I have the Note 10. I mean, I think it runs really well in the Note 10, but I couldn't tell you a millisecond counter on it. And this is, of course, speculation from them that's what's going on.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. In other news, Amazon has reportedly been hiring people from Microsoft and other game firms to build a streaming service. I mean, I put this news article in here because it kind of pushes the fact that they really are, like everybody's kind of getting into it. Like streaming's finally really taking off. And it's, oh man, he's here.
Hey.
Pause. I got a phobia, people. And that phobia is being around a certain individual that comes out and doesn't talk for long periods of time.
Hello?
Hello.
You got an Eric phobia?
What's up,
How
Eric?
you doing? Sorry, guys. It was a little weird.
Happy Thanksgiving. Ain't in months, and then I see a food.
Technically.
Didn't see no macaroni on the plate.
Oh wait, look, I got something. Hold on. Podcast discussion. I got you.
What you got for me, man?
No, wait. I do it from my phone. I love Steam chat. Things all.
But he never messaged me when, like, he'll be on mobile, and I'll be like, "Oh, look, Eric's on.
Because my phone,
Eric.
I ain't looking at the phone. You see, you always, I ain't like
hey,
it, but I'll be.
What's up, Eric? And then just like nothing.
Wait, I sent. Wait a minute. Wait. Mm-hmm. I sent it to you, Steph, on Steam.
I know. I seen the picture.
Oh, you saw it. My bad. Did you see the other picture? Wait,
I was just saying there was no macaroni on the plate.
This man.
Yeah,
right
that
here
is macaroni on the bottom.
It's
the big shell kind.
his whole Thanksgiving dinner.
But look, you forgot about this one here. That's the best part of it. The dessert. I just sent it to you.
I ain't seen the dessert.
Here it come. Here it come.
Oh man, that's what this podcast has turned into.
Well, I mean, we didn't even get to talk about Thanksgiving, man. What kind of pie you have, man?
I sent it to you. Look.
Oh, pecan. I ain't a fan of pecan pie.
No, that one was crazy.
That's crazy. Macaroni on the bottom. Did you make that macaroni?
No, I don't make nothing. No. No.
Nah, man. They ain't. Nah, I don't know about that macaroni, my guy.
It was fantastic. It was big shells. I didn't know.
I don't know about them big noodles, man. Myself. I don't like big noodles. I like the regular elbow. Give me an elbow noodle. What you think, Dustin? You an elbow noodle guy? Or you like?
No, I'll take a big noodle. I don't like elbow noodles.
What?
No, I'm not a fan. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Are you dead ass? Or are you just saying that?
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm not. No, not a fan. Not a fan.
Wow. And a red skin potato salad too. God, man, you must be in a rich family or something. Hold on. Sauteed green onions with the green beans. All right, I'll trip. All right, we're done. Let's go. Let's move on.
Moving on. Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. World map size is rumored to be twice the size of Odyssey. The reason this is in here, do y'all think we could just get too big for games? Like,
yeah,
I need this. Wait. Did I miss? I don't even have the show.
You're at the very beginning of the show, Eric.
Oh, awesome.
I'll do a rundown for you real quick. Microsoft clarifies there's no plans for xCloud. Amazon's about hiring people from
xCloud
Microsoft
exclusives.
and other game firms to build streaming service. And now we're on to Assassin's Creed Ragnarok, world size.
Okay, so the world size for... Oh, I forgot, we're gonna have another Assassin's Creed? I'm sorry, I thought we were done.
Look, how many Assassin's Creeds they gonna make before they give us Japan? I'm not playing another one towards Japan.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking.
Twice the size of Odyssey is impressive.
Where's Ragnarok gonna be at? Where's this gonna be at? What setting is that?
This is like Nordic, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
This should be pretty good.
Is Thor going to be in the game?
He might see his brother. I want to throw his brothers up in there.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Nordic is good. Nordic is
but
good.
You can't.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Don't send me no survey and then the results come out. And the one that's requested the most, you don't make the game. What's the
but Japan is a weird one. Here's why Japan is weird. You have to understand that
if you go by Fallout, man.
If you go by, now I ain't gonna lie, Egypt was weird too but in order to Egypt was only weird because most of the influence was like European, right? So when hold on, I got a point. When Origins came out, I was like, man, that's kind of weird. But then I remember the story. Yeah, it's so. Yeah, I mean, it explained it why they picked that setting. Now for Japan, how would they explain it? There's no reason. I mean, there's really no reason for them to even go there.
Game. They could just make some shut up. I don't really care.
No, I'm saying in a timeline. Now that they added Egypt and explained it to, they can. When do they go to Japan? I don't know.
Are you really talking about Assassin's Creed and timelines?
I played
the whole Brotherhood story back and forth between the real world and in the Animus and all that shit, and it was for nothing.
But when they went to England,
it was for nothing. They just killed my man's off.
I knew he was gonna say that. I was gonna say, what about when they went to England? Like a lot of these settings, we've been to Paris, been to England. Initially, they're more
all over the world, but not Japan. It's like Grand Theft Auto. We want Miami.
Miami.
Do not.
We already wait. Then we already have Miami.
Yes, we had it in 2001 or some shit.
Yeah, but they don't do redos, do they?
Yes. Yes.
I never played another city. A same city is. No, I don't think Grand Theft Auto ever did that.
Grand Theft Auto 4 was what?
No, that was New York.
How many times they did New York?
Once.
Oh.
No, wait, that's wrong. My bad.
Yeah, they did it 2 other times.
That's twice. But here's the problem, right? Because Grand Theft Auto, was it 3? Right? That wasn't technically New York. But Grand Theft Auto 4 is really New York. 5 wasn't, it's new. It's new. That's not a lie, it's new. But when you look at Assassin's Creed Ragnarok, the world, this map size being twice the size of Odyssey, it's crazy.
How big is Odyssey in relation to games today? That's what I want to know. Because I felt like there for a while, the world size didn't get bigger; it just got more dense, and they're like, we're adding more stuff to it. That was like the thing. Is it that much bigger than what?
It is. It is much bigger. I don't know the exact size, but that is much bigger. If you're gonna go twice the size, kidding me? Like what the hell? They playing something big. They
with more shit that I ain't gonna do.
No, but you know what's funny? If they got the mountains and stuff, that's what I'm saying. This setting's pretty cool. If they got like the mountains, you climbing up and stuff like that, that'd be crazy. You going into like I don't know, like some hidden caves. If there's like stuff like that, it could be great. It could be good.
I mean, it depends on how they structure it though. Like if it's like everything's all spread out and like really too fetch questy, then like it's gonna be really like off-putting. Because I'm playing Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins, and even that's like huge already. So I'm like, ugh. I just hope it's not like that. I mean, if they structure it well and give you like a good fast travel option, maybe it'll work out. But man, that's huge though, bigger than Odyssey. Odyssey is pretty huge too. That's like way bigger than Origins.
So for them to be twice the size of that's freaking crazy.
Yeah, I think they're overdoing it, but
that's impressive though. We got to listen. That's why I love Ubisoft after a while, because they've been putting in work. Like all these other people be like, I remember what was it? Assassin's Creed, the one that was real messed up. When was that? Assassin's Creed. Was it Origins?
Which one?
I may be mixing up the one. No, it wasn't Origins.
Look, they're all the same.
What is the one that messed up because they did too much? What was that?
All of them.
3?
Oh, you really? Nah, Steph, get out of here, man.
You talking about the one with the brother and the sister?
The one that they messed up. Remember, it was not messed the storyline up, but messed up as people were like, "Damn, this is like you can barely play it." It launched bad.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was
Unity.
That was the one with the brother and the sister, right? Or is it
Unity? Unity, Will? You said?
Yeah, Unity was on.
Okay, Unity, for example, that was doing something major. Like the detail and stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to give them props. And the AI, that's the problem. They were trying to do everything, but they were limited by the hardware. See, they don't want to tell the truth. Ubisoft needed to tell. They were limited by the hardware, so they couldn't do what they wanted to do. They even messed up the PC. Remember that? That was crazy.
Yeah.
But if this is double Odyssey, man, I don't know, man. I'll be down for that.
I know.
They're saying 4-player co-op. That's gonna be
that's cool.
For what? How you 4-player?
They're saying raids in this too, according to this article. They're saying there's gonna be raids. This is the
Well, I think Unity's supposed to have co-op too, like 4-player co-op. But this one, I don't know. I just hope they don't go to enormous, because then they gotta be careful for people not wanting to finish their games, because then nobody's gonna want to play anymore Assassin's Creed. Like, they're kind of going a little too big now. I don't know.
Well, maybe I don't have a problem with huge, but I think the issue is when they just to fill in the world, when they turn it into we gotta fucking make 8 million fetch quests to make it worthwhile to be in each sector. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to do those fetch quests. I'd rather a tighter experience.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I don't trust Assassin's Creed to do world-size justice. My dream, epic-sized world game that they're talking about would be a Pokemon game, where rare Pokemon aren't rare because it's a random chance, but because they're in unique, random spots that are hard to find. Which would incentivize you to find them in those areas, and then you could have flocks of other Pokemon in zones. Not, hey, there's going to be 18 million miles to adventure, and it's going to be the same road all the way through it. It's just boring. Yeah,
definitely the fetch. They had to fix the quests and make it interesting. I think they tried with the Origins and Odyssey. I think Odyssey does it better. But yeah, Origins has a lot of side quests, and then the main missions are the most interesting, because of course they have all the story in them. But mean, some side quests have. I mean, they have story in them, of course, but it's just not as tied into the main story. So you kind of like forget what's going on with the story, which is just kind of annoying too. So I hope that doesn't happen with that one. But I'm kind of excited for it. I just want to see, like, how it looks, because it's probably gonna look really nice and like atmospheric and moody, given it's like Norse. So should have an interesting graphical style.
Yeah, I think I might be over Assassin's Creed, bro. Let it chill for another couple of years, man.
Yeah, I agree though. But I guess there's still. I mean, it's been when was the last time it came out?
Origins,
not long enough.
It's Odyssey, but I know it was like.
Oh, it's Odyssey. That's right.
Yeah, but I know they had the remakes too. I think Rogue and the Ezio trilogy, and 3 was remastered. So, I mean, I guess maybe one other year, but it's kind of already been like a year or two, right, since Odyssey.
Been about a year, yeah, I believe.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
So it's not terrible. Yeah.
All right, Witcher 3 is coming to Game Pass on December 12th, people. So if you want a game that gives you a really good side quest, not just fetch quest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow, that's such a but true.
Witcher 3 is a fucking amazing game. It's hard to it's.
Listen, they had to put that on. Listen, Game Pass. I was shocked that they didn't put that on that after a while. That's one of the best RPGs. They put all this other stuff. I'm like, wait, put these moist
Witcher 3
RPGs.
is a little old at this point, but it's still a fantastic game.
No, but did you see the RPG list? Come on, when you looked at that list, you're like, where the hell they put this on here? What did they put? They put like Europa on here. And Ashes. I mean, I know people like that, but that's not Witcher 3. Rage 2 is technically an RPG. Technically, it ain't like the same, So they put all this other stuff. Darksiders. I was like, it's crazy. They should have been had it on. It's messed up.
Have anybody played Rage 2 in here?
Yeah, I played it.
How was it?
It's pretty good. It's like a mix of like Doom and the first Rage, but I mean, some people don't like it because it was a little basic and kind of standard. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's if you like Doom and the kind of an open world, it's pretty like an open world Doom, really. Except the Marine isn't as badass. I mean, it does badass stuff, but just not the same as Doom. I recommend though if you get it for cheap, like $20 or 30, even 30. There's still a lot of stuff to do and it's fun.
All right. Well, I won't be playing that shit. It's not a single player, right? There's no multiplayer in this shit, or did they add it?
To which game?
Rage.
I thought it has multiplayer in it.
I think it is multiplayer. Yeah.
I think it does. Yeah. I kind of recall them advertising that. I just never tried it.
I'm not sure.
So there's this big event that came out. I'm pretty sure that Eric's already pre-ordered the Cybertruck. Is that right, Eric? You there?
Cybertruck. Wait,
Cybertruck.
Hold on.
Elon Musk test the Cybertruck, sir.
Oh yeah, the Cybertruck. That's awesome.
Maybe I should just call it a Warthog. Yeah. Maybe.
Isn't that what that was based on? Like,
it looked like a Warthog.
So of course, I think it was Windows Central came out with a photo of they took the Cybertruck, painted it green, and added the Gauss Cannon to the back.
It looked like a damn Warthog. What the hell?
Yeah, it looks
old design.
So of course the Halo account replies to it. It's going, can we at Tesla get a Cybertruck with a gun goose? Or not gun goose, the Gauss Cannon.
Gauss Cannon, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
And of course Xbox replied, but we know how to handle a vehicle like that. Desires Alt X to flip.
Well, yeah, the Cybertruck thing, listen. The only messed up thing...
It does look like, what is it, Halo 2? All those vehicles on the side of the road? It kind of looks like...
What's weird about the whole truck Elon Musk got is that who the hell asked to take... you could, like, run through cars with... like, once he get the... I think he was saying the windows so they could be just as strong or whatever. You could just run through cars on the highways. When you go to bash through the cars. Why do you need a car that is undestructible? I'm trying to understand that one. That I don't know. That's kind of dangerous, ain't it?
I know a
You can
guy
use that
that
as a
pre-ordered
weapon. You know, crazy.
A weapon. What you think somebody gonna try to take over the highway with that shit?
Yeah, you can just. I'll just knock everybody.
Ugly ass car. That shit look trash.
Man.
But it's powerful.
It's actually no, it's not powerful at all. It's heavy.
No. Oh, it's heavy. Okay.
Yeah, like we don't know because this has nothing to do with video games. They released the video of the truck pulling an F-150, but the thing is the F-150 could be 3 times more powerful. But if you have more weight, you have more friction to the ground, which allows you to pull more. So it doesn't matter that it pulled it. It just shows you how heavy the Tesla truck is, not how powerful it is.
Oh,
and then somebody was doing experiments with the Tesla X, I believe it was, and like just getting up on an on-ramp with the trailer is like destroys the battery. Like it's just not. We'll have to see how they got over that problem. Because right now, like if you have a truck, you have a truck for a reason. You don't just buy a truck to drive it because it's fucking economically sound. You buy a truck because you want to haul something.
I was impressed.
And electrical vehicles don't haul stuff well. So
they don't?
No, not at all. It's a big drag.
Wow.
Literally, it's a giant thing of drag on the back end of the vehicle. Like yours can be as like with the car, you can kind of like slimline it, make sure it's super aerodynamic. But once you put a big ass box truck behind it, like it's just not going to be able to pull. So we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, I trust Elon Musk has figured a solution out. It'd be interesting to see. I'm all for electric vehicles, but it's definitely going to be interesting. Definitely going to be interesting to see if they can do what they're claiming to do. It's just the video they showed wasn't proof of like how powerful it was, or if it's really going to have the battery to go off-road or to pull something. It's more just, hey, look, we have a very heavy truck. It's not, that means you need an even bigger battery to pull the bitch. Like,
what does it run off of? It's electric?
It's just electric.
Completely electric? And it's that heavy?
Yeah, batteries are heavy, sir.
That's insane.
Because all we know is that it's heavier than an F-150. That's what the video showed us. We don't know the actual power.
It looks funny though. It looks like a low polygon model. Like you gotta fix your eyes or something. Yeah.
All right, moving on. I'm sorry. Will.
Infinity Line. No, sorry. Infinity Line said we were off. Like I think we didn't have any audio after the Unity talk, the Assassin's Creed Unity. So I don't know if you want to take that into account, Dustin, just in case you rip the audio or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it because y'all should have had audio the whole time. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I know I muted my audio. I'll mute my audio real quick and see if I'll see if it's still going through for y'all. One moment. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah. Can you use? All right. Hopefully that works on the other end too.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. If it did cut out, we'll definitely look into it. I'm not sure what would cause that error because I know I only muted myself with my Blue Yeti. But
might have been a mixer too.
Taken into consideration when we go to edit the show tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Moving on to Codemasters buys Slightly Mad Studios for $30 million.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Very surprised. Yeah, because now they have like a monopoly on like all the racing games. Yep. That's not like Turn 10 and
Thank
Playground.
God the best racing games on Xbox still. That's right.
I'm kind of worried. Yeah, just worried because like I don't know. I think they make really good like sim games, but look what happened with the other team that did Onrush. It was a PlayStation team that did a Drive Club. what's the name of Evolution? Yeah, they pretty much shut them down. So that really sucks. I hope that doesn't happen with the what was the company Mad? It's like the Mad Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that doesn't happen. But I mean, if anything,
but
they'll
even on the
strengthen
PC, like there's other Codemasters really doesn't have a monopoly. I mean, they have a lot of racing games, but like you still have, like, on the PC side, you have all the sim racers that aren't related at all. Xbox, of course, still has Forza Horizon, which are honestly two of the biggest selling games, and those are also on PC. So like you do have variety there. And then PlayStation, we have Gran Turismo. You're right, though, they did close down the Playground, or not Playground.
Evolution.
Evolution, but still, I can't imagine a day where Sony doesn't have a racing developer, like a car. Like it's just kind of part of their image. I mean, it's part of both Microsoft and Sony's image. It'd be like if Nintendo stopped making Mario Kart. Like, just it's what they do. You have to have that team working.
Yeah, and Codemasters still puts out the great Dirt games. Like Dirt Rally 2.0 is really good. Although I haven't tried Dirt. I have Dirt 4, but I haven't really played a whole lot of it. But I heard it's good. I wonder if they're gonna, because they might. Do you think they'll put out another like sim style game like Project Cars for Codemasters, like their own kind of? Well, the Grid is kind of like that, right? Grid Auto Sport, just not as good.
Isn't it weird how you can go from making your own game and then almost having your own console to being bought from?
Yeah, that's a big turn. Yeah, which is why that surprised me. I guess maybe Project Cars didn't do so well, but
nobody bought that game, man. Only sold on PC.
I actually bought that on recommendation of J-Dub, bastard, because I thought it was gonna work well with the controller. It works.
He tells everybody really to buy that shit instead of Xbox game. That motherfucker.
Yeah, so I wasted like $20 or $30 on it, and like it works horribly on the controller. It's basically better for like the wheel. It's more like tailored for the wheel instead of the damn controller. So I would say don't buy Project Cars 2. The game sucks. I'm sorry. Stick with Gran Turismo or
Forza.
Whatever, Forza, whatever else.
We knew that way before you bought it. Will, you were the only one.
Yeah. I just took the chance, man. That's like my one regret of anything I bought this generation. It was Project Cars 2. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Maybe one day I'll give it another
Will's
shot.
A cautious man. He's a cautious man.
I'm a sausage man.
Sausage man, yeah.
That's what Dustin
Turkey
meant.
Sausage, to be specific.
Turkey sausage. It's weird how topics turn into food,
Always.
All the time.
Let's see how we can turn this one into food. PlayStation Network listing leaked Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, man. That was an awesome week. Like, we see the artwork on him. Nemesis looks so weird too. He has like an extra nose or
a lot of mincemeat, I would say.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited.
I'll be here all night.
Yeah, I don't know when they're going to announce it though. I don't know if it's not going to be the Game Awards, so it's probably going to be like some other event down the line, like maybe a PlayStation event, or I don't know. It's hard to say.
They're doing PSX this year?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't believe so.
Unless they maybe they announce it on.
At this point, nobody would have time. Like, they wouldn't have time to get their fan base to get tickets and airplanes and everything else. They'd announce it before now.
Yeah.
This is like, if you're hoping for that, I think you're too late. It's not happening.
I mean, it was leaked ahead of time, so I'm guessing it has to be some sort of event that's like soon. It can't be like too far out, right?
I think they'll do their console announcement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably February. Announce PlayStation 5,
Yeah,
like, and a look or something. Wait till E3 to show off the price.
Sounds plausible.
That way they could show off some demos at this point, because we've been hearing all about dev kits all week, and
yeah, that's a hot
just
topic.
been a fucking shitstorm of a topic, which, I mean, honestly, we can go over it right now. Nobody knows shit. Other than like a couple of developers, you know, that's it. Like, it's too early. Like, people have been freaking out. Like, nobody has dev kits yet from Xbox. It's like, so it's just like how it was for 360, the original Xbox, PlayStation 2. Yeah. Like, usually you don't have finalized dev kits or even any big dev kits until like 6 months before launch. Like, most of those things don't.
I think it's because PlayStation has theirs out so early and people are talking about it. That's why it's even becoming a thing.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that,
it's being no one would care. Way overblown. Super overblown. Especially since it's fucking... Don't get me wrong, the next gen consoles are going to be really powerful and cool, but they're a couple AMD PCs. If we're being honest with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's usually before the actual reveals. It's like the most boring talk of like with next gen stuff. It's like just specs and just wild speculation thrown out. So it's like I just want them to reveal it so I can be excited for like what's coming up. I mean, the only thing that's interesting is maybe like backwards compatibility, because that's always an interesting like technology.
I'm more interested in what's happening. I mean, I already trust Microsoft. We already know Microsoft's going to have their A game for backwards compatibility. I'm more interested in what PlayStation's solution for backwards compatibility is. I mean, we know that PS4 will... I would imagine all PS4 games run on PS5. But if they can like pull out PS3, PS2, PS1 games as well, that'd be fucking amazing. I don't know if it's possible. It'd be really cool if they can get it to work.
I don't really care about the 1 and 2. 3, I think they should get that down. There's a lot of
no, but 3 still would be the hardest for them to pull off.
Yeah, I know.
Like
that's
1 and 2 they could do without question.
Yeah.
3 is like, that is some next level shit. Because that's tougher than even what Microsoft had to do with the 360, and that was no fucking small feat.
Yeah, that's true. They'd have to do some crazy emulation, like the way they did
emulating
360.
A cell processor would be impressive for them. Yeah.
Well, supposedly I think they're using like machine learning or something like that, but I'm not sure how that works.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm more interested in them. I already know Microsoft's gonna be able to do what they need to do for backwards compatibility. I mean, it's the reason they stopped doing backwards compatibility for Xbox One is just to have that team concentrate on Scarlett and doing backwards compatibility there.
Yeah, I do hope to pick up the ball with the 360 stuff, because there's still a bunch of 360 titles we never got. Although we've been getting a lot of remasters of like a lot of the library already, so that's kind of almost been canceling that out. Outside of like the enhanced stuff.
Well, I mean, they stopped doing backwards compatibility altogether.
Yeah.
For Xbox One, so yeah, we're not going to see that. It's all
it's a bit of a shame.
It's all for Scarlett, which makes sense. I mean, you got to eventually switch over.
Yeah. I mean, you think they'll continue the same kind of like announcements and stuff like that once the Scarlett comes out? And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because definitely see even bigger announcements, especially with. I think we're going to see every Xbox 360 game be enhanced, not enhanced, just enhanced on the new console.
Oh, the 360 ones?
Yes, original Xbox and 360, everything will just run at 4K through that algorithm they were using for Xbox One.
Yeah, I was hoping they use that for the Xbox One titles, but it might not be too big of a leap to be able to do that.
Well, with Scarlett, I would hope not, but with Xbox One, like the software is so. I mean, the hardware on Xbox One is not the greatest, so makes the fact that they can get any kind of enhancement out of it's insane. But I would imagine just with the power of Scarlett, you'll be able to knock that out.
Yeah, because I want to see maybe if they can like boost up the resolution of like 900p games and 720 games from this gen, and maybe they can work the magic and make those like enhanced for the Scarlett.
At least like 1440p or something, like just bounce them right up to there would be really cool, because that would make Sunset Overdrive look so much better if it ran at like almost 1800p or 1440p, whatever they can upscale it to.
Yeah, that way they'll make it up to the people who wanted the PC version. Well, they wanted the game enhanced, but never got it. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we? No Man's Sky update launched on November 28th, called Syntheses. I don't know, but it's out. You can play that update. It's this came back out like around Thanksgiving. We just never.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. I was gonna say that. Yeah, it's a weird time to release it, but I mean, I guess it works because people are home and just chilling.
Man of Medan gets a friend pass. That was also dropped in that time frame, so we get to see. So you can play with a friend now.
Yeah,
everybody's.
I actually bought that.
Yeah, I was about to say everybody's gonna want to play with you now, Will.
Yeah, I bought that recently. I mean, I can try it out maybe with my coworker that I game share with. I mean, it's already like.
Well, no, but
in there, but
he could play somewhere else. Like this would be you and somebody that doesn't own the game.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I want to try that out. That seems kind of cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Did you want to try it, Eric?
Do it.
Perfect.
Halo Infinite has the most cutting-edge engine on the planet, claims the architect. Okay. I don't know why this was news. I put it in here because I just thought it's like.
What are they supposed to say?
It better be the most cutting edge.
Dad says son's the best kid he ever had. Like, okay, all right. I want to see more. It looks really cool. I'm expecting that ray tracing. That's all I'm saying. Expecting it all.
Yeah, I think the reason why this was mentioned was because.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on a minute. Xbox has claimed that the above statement reflects his own personal goal and not related at 343.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a LinkedIn profile, I think, and he was just like kind of putting that out there. I mean, that's pretty cool though. Good news. I mean, I think Digital Foundry did a breakdown of the what do you call it, the tech demo from E3 2018, I think it was. Yeah, and so it was pretty interesting. That like depth of field bokeh, the thing's called, high res textures. It's gonna be a really nice looking game. And it looks like it's going to scale pretty well.
Yeah.
Down to the regular Xbox One. I'd be interested in how they run though, because the X will be the interesting one, because definitely the Scarlett's going to be 60, but I don't know if they'll be the same for the X. Maybe it'll do like checkerboarding or something. Plus 60, the same thing like Gears 5 did.
Yeah.
And then maybe Scarlett's like 4K 60 true.
Wait, you said checkerboarding?
Yeah, maybe like
Gears 5 didn't do checkerboarding.
X. What was it?
Gears 5 runs at like 1800p and uses Unreal Engine's version of scaling. It doesn't checkerboard.
I thought it checkerboarded plus like dynamic. I thought it did both of them.
No, it uses Unreal's dynamic resolution, not checkerboard.
I think what it does is it's like a temporal checkerboarding, something like do it when it's not like 4K. It'll checkerboard it, and then like when it is, it doesn't. It's something like that. I know it's a combination of like techniques or something. But I know what you're talking about. I think like maybe it just doesn't seem that way.
Unreal has no. It's not checkerboarding at all. Unreal has its own version of upscaling, and that's what it uses. But it only runs at like 800p. But it does use dynamic resolution. But it does not checkerboard.
I wonder what it is then. Maybe I'm thinking about the wrong technique. Because it does look pretty high resolution when it's like when it's running, and I mean you see some little bit of
I'm ready to eat crow. I just don't. Yeah, I don't.
It's all right. We'll look it up later.
Yes.
We'll post it in the notes.
Yep. All right. Xbox Game Studios Matt Booty talks Project Scarlett and the desire to deliver a game every 3 to 4 months, which is awesome. It's kind of what we wanted to like hear and see. Because this really is what we've been talking about. Like it would push Game Pass, where people would want to stay subscribed just to, you got to keep replenishing content, and If they're releasing games every 3 to 4 months, then that means they only have to get third-party stuff to really fill in the months in between those big game releases to keep people interested in the platform. But yeah, it's kind of like you could see the amount of studios they bought and why they're aiming for this kind of rotation of games.
They could definitely pull it off. I mean, they have so many studios that it'd be weird not to have that many releases.
Yeah.
Plus, global publishing, or whatever it's called now.
And I think we covered it in a couple podcasts ago where they were talking about how they want to have new game releases at every single conference they do from now on, which makes sense with how many studios.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they have so many studios, and a lot of people didn't understand once Microsoft clarified that the Game Pass is going to be their premier way of getting content. Microsoft pretty much is going on. They kind of like trying to start this, become like Genghis Khan first party. Like people don't really understand that. Like they need to really get that. They trying their best to have content. You have to understand. I didn't think it would be possible, but it could be after a while. Like they have so much content. Game Pass could like be have releases to the point where we talking like monthly, type of stuff. And yeah, there is monthly stuff. You know what I mean? There's monthly stuff, but we talking like high quality. We talking about big releases. It could be every 2 months or something. Because that's what they said. They said every 3 months they wanted to release a AAA, but then that's just their goal now, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can change the more they continue to invest, and I think the real goal is every month actually. Every month I really believe goal, because Game Pass would change that. Think about it. So
that's a lot of studios to do every month.
Yeah, that'd be it's a bit much.
But if it's a bit much, look how many first parties they have now. Then look at how many.
You would need for every month. You would need, because what did they have, 14? So you would need.
I think 15.
15? Well, you would need to double it.
That's possible. I don't know why it's very possible. That's what I'm trying to
know, but that's a lot of overhead, even for them.
That would be crazy, but I could see that happening because I don't know why nobody can't see that, because they talking about we're looking for every 3 months, and they initially want every 2 months. That's what they said. What's his name? Booty, Mr. Booty. Yeah, he said that. That was his words, Dustin, right? So they end up going for every 3 months. You understand? So I can only think that they want to, this is Game Pass. This is their thing now. They want to keep the content coming.
I mean, the only thing I'll agree with you is they do have a lot of secondary teams, so they might be able to pull that off in some respect, but not like, I don't know if every month, but like they put out a lot of consistent titles like throughout the year. So like, because I know Rare has like 2 teams, Playground has 2 teams, Obsidian has like 2 or 3. Coalition. I'm not sure about Coalition. I think they're just doing one main thing, but who knows from here on out. Who else? Compulsion just finished their. They tweeted to say they just finished with Be Happy Few, so that's pretty cool. So they have stuff coming up. I don't know if they have 2 teams or anything. I think just one small one, but I think they're trying to grow. What other teams am I missing?
I could. What? How many studios they got now?
Well, they got that new Age of Empires studio.
Exactly.
So that's another one. I mean, I don't know how. I think they're working with Relic on Age of Empires. Was it 4 or 3?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 studios. Really good. Now, like you said, if they are a game every 3 months, to get to a game every let's say every month or something like that, they would actually have to like add another 10 studios now, and that's not unreasonable. No, I don't know why people think that's.
No, but that means they're down to 2-year development for all their games too, which I wouldn't want to see. Like, if there's some games need 3-4 years to cook, and put it this way: by the time we get Halo Infinite, it'll be 5 years since Halo 5.
That's true.
It's crazy,
but that's
no,
that's good. That's
yeah,
how that's Halo. But like I said, and that's Halo. But like it's different for games that are 3 years. Remember, like Gears of War is a 2-year game. It only went to 3 years. Forgot what was the reason. They want an extra year for content or something. But Gears of War usually 2-year cycle on a 3-year cycle. It usually doesn't need to go that far. I hope we don't go that far again. It'll be a weird cycle. But Halo is Halo. Halo went 4 years, going 5 years now. I think they could. Some of these games, Playground games, I think Playground games, are they 3 years? They're usually 2 years, right? But now that they got a new studio, that's all I was going to tell you, Dustin, right? Some of these some of these teams got multiple games being made, right? Obsidian, Playground Games, Minecraft is one of them. Turn 10, the Undead Labs, right? They have multiple games being made, so it's not unreasonable. You know what I mean? The thing, even the Coalition has multiple. Like they had another Gears title, so it's not unreasonable. Like after a while, they're 3 every third month. Every play they could get to 2. I could see that.
Gears it went 2 years from Gears 1 to Gears 2, 3 years from
Yeah.
Gears 2 to Gears 3, and then 5 years from Gears 3 to Gears 4.
No, I didn't. Wait. Okay, what about from Gears 4 to 5?
I mean, 4 came out in 2016.
So
at the end of 2019. I mean, so it's 3 years. So they've gone 2, 3, 5, back down to 3.
Wait, but hold on. We gotta remember, they didn't start development on different grade. Didn't they start development during Ultimate? So it started.
I'm just saying, yeah, like they've been sporadic with Gears. It hasn't really had a steady, like release cycle.
So it may stay at 3 years. Wow, it may stay right. That'll be crazy. But I think
anything that you should have major Forza title. If you're gonna do their big top 3, you'd have major Forza title 1 year, Gears 1 year, Halo the next year, and then have a 3-year rotation, and then have everything else kind of bolstering out. That way, each game has a 3-year dev cycle. But even Halo, like I said, Halo Infinite is going to be 5 years by the time it comes out. So would be a rush development even for it.
Well, we'll say that I think they're gonna pick up the slack with the Halo games because once they got the new engine up and running, they can produce more games like they used to. The 360, like they had Reach, ODST, maybe even like those smaller mobile games that they used to come out with.
They could do that well, but the problem is that Halo Reach and ODST was basically spin-offs because, if I'm correct, Bungie was leaving, remember? So Microsoft did a better thing than I think any developer ever has done. Am I correct, Dustin, with what I'm saying? I don't think I'm lying about what I'm saying. That they allowed Bungie to, like, they worked out a deal where they were going to make ODST and Reach and they can leave.
Yeah, I think
there's never been that. If I'm correct, Dustin, right? That's never happened in history. I remember I've never seen developers like they're like, okay, you can do this, let you go. I remember what happened in Infinity Ward. That was crazy. They came to their place and like said, "You got to get the hell up out of here."
Yeah, I mean that's if they. I think if they break up 343 into like 2 studios, they can probably pull off with like the similar thing that Bungie did with Reach and ODST. I think that's what they did too. They might have split into teams just to get that out, and then while they're still working on Destiny, I think. So that was an interesting thing there. But yeah, I mean, if they continue breaking up the teams, they could definitely put out more games. But
we'll see.
It depends on depends on if they want to do that.
All right, new games with gold for December 2019. We have Insane Robots. Let's obliterate the competition with a unique card battler. Insane Robots with a collection of 46 plus deliciously diverse robots compete in a one-on-one duels, lead a robot rebellion in survival arenas, and embark on an epic 15-hour-plus campaign to overthrow a malevolent robot depot. Okay. Jurassic World Evolution. We've talked about this game on this podcast before. This is an RTS game where you actually kind of build your own parks for Jurassic Park, and then you keep them under control and try to prevent the parks from going berserk and dinosaurs getting out and killing people. And it's actually a really fun game. It's really cool to see that coming to Games with Gold. I hope everybody enjoys that one because I really did. It's definitely
that surprised me because it seems kind of soon that they put it on.
But it's really good. Yeah, it's worth it. Definitely worth playing. Toy Story 3, Buzz, Woody, and Jessie find themselves in an unfamiliar daycare in Toy Story 3. Unlock a world full of customization, adventures, and fun as you select your favorite toys and create your own unique town with tons of possibilities. Unleash your imagination and create your own story. And then this is a game that I kept looking at buying, but now it's coming to Gold, and I get to keep it. This is awesome. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Mirrors of Fate HD.
Yeah.
The story of the Belmont family is revealed as Castlevania Lords of the Shadows Mirror of Fate HD. Battle destiny across generations as Trevor Belmont, Knight of the Brotherhood of Light, driven as by vengeance and his slain mother, face off against his father, Gabriel, the all-powerful Dracula. War is declared in a cataclysmic battle between father and son in his epic follow-up of Castlevania Lords of Shadows. Yeah, but yeah, it's a game. It's a side-scroller. It looks really cool. I never played it, but I'm definitely gonna play through Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate.
Yeah, those Lords of Shadow games definitely need a remaster. They look kind of, they look great, but the lower resolutions don't really do many favors.
Yeah,
especially the first one. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Konami put out a remaster of that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one that you mentioned, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent actually for like a side scroller actiony game.
All right, and then we're rounding up this week's news. Well, no, I think we have a couple articles above this. Tom Warren claims Scarlett dev kits have not rolled out yet, except for a select few. We kind of already covered this towards the beginning of the show, but yeah, like it's not surprising. Usually, dev kits aren't like out in everybody's hands automatically this early into the process. Not finalized. I know people, but you need them for production of the consoles. It's like, yeah, it doesn't happen until later. Like they're still figuring out clock speeds and everything else. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's not going to be giant silicon changes, but there definitely can be changes to the console at this point if they needed to. So it's not. It wouldn't be shocking, but it's. Yeah, nobody knows anything yet. This is all speculation. Steph was talking about, I think rightfully so. PlayStation has its dev kits out really early, just to kind of push development. But we'll see.
It's what they needed to do to stay on top, man. I mean, this is the right move that they're making. So,
well, not just that. Like PlayStation's also done with all its exclusives right now. Like what's left for PlayStation? The Last of Us. We're all excited for it. We all can't wait to play it. But it's not like they have a huge lineup for the next 6 months or 12 months. Like we haven't seen it yet. Like we're kind of waiting for it. Like we're in a holding pattern. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean you're not gonna have nothing to play on PlayStation. There's gonna be plenty of third parties to fill that in too. But they are definitely in next gen development time. Like all their studios are pushing hard for next gen development. And honestly, if I was a huge PlayStation fan, that's what I'd want. I'd want a huge, awesome lineup for my PlayStation. Because if anything, Sony's always been a little lackluster at the very beginning of a generation for games. Like they've always kind of been a little bit like,
Yeah, I think this generation
they're trying to change that.
It's a transitional generation. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Like, yes, this is gonna be even bigger. Transitional generation where a lot of games, I guess we do know what the lineup's going to consist of, right? It's going to consist of Tsushima, consist of Last of Us, even though Last of Us, that's why Last of Us got delayed again. People delayed again because they said, like first it hit me. I was like, oh wait, PS5's coming next year. it got delayed again because they don't want to tell us probably they working on the port, right? PS5.
Yeah, it's very likely.
It does come out before, but we talking about what? When it come out in June now? When was the last one coming?
I think so.
I
know it's like
But I also think this is going to be the first generation where I know Microsoft's going to do this.
May.
Hopefully Sony does it. Is they're gonna their videos. This is what Microsoft. This is how you install your Xbox. Just like the One X to the One S, you take your console, and every plug will be directly correlated with the plug before.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
You install the new one, you set the other one aside. Your external, all your accessories, your external, everything just works. Your games just work. Like you're not sitting. It's not going to be, hey, this is PlayStation 5. You're going to have to go through a filter to get to PlayStation 3 or 4 or whatever. Like it's just, it is a step up in every way, but it's your old stuff still works.
I have a weird thing. Like they hopefully whatever they are bringing, both of them, that it gives the correct reaction next holiday. Because I know and all this, I don't believe at all that I'm not convinced yet that this is gonna just sell crazy. Because the Xbox and the PS4 is still there. We don't know how crazy the people will run to the new console. No one thought about that. Like, it might not be as big as before. You know, like PS5. Look, you know how people seem content with PS4. PS4's at 100 million right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that, you know. Like I don't know if that's gonna really. I want to know what is gonna be the big driving force. Is it just gonna be like you see the graphics like that with Xbox don't seem to be Xbox One X that didn't really work 100%, right? With
no, but the One X is a mid-gen upgrade versus these next-gen consoles are going to be. You know what the driving factor is going to be, and Microsoft's already pushed for it. They've already said what it is. It's frame rate. It's going to be 60 frames per second, if not more, at 4K. Like, welcome to the future of gaming. Like, this is what we're pushing is frame rate. And the only way you're going to get frame rate is high-powered CPUs with very fast hard drives. And that is something both Sony and Microsoft are pushing. That loading times aren't a thing. Frame rate is no longer 30 frames per second. I think they're pushing to make 60 frames per second standard for frame rate.
That's what Microsoft was hinting at. Didn't they say something like?
No, I mean they didn't hint at it. They're outright. That's what their claim is. Frame rate.
They want to make 4K 60 stand. Now if they pull that off, either one of them, even if Sony did too, that'll be crazy.
Because like what you going like? I would not be shocked that we see Forza end up being a 4K 120 frame per second game.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
Because that would, I mean, if anything, racers are going to benefit the most from super high frame rate. It would make sense for them to push that way. But the only thing about that, I would wonder how, like, ray tracing, because that's what the other push is going to be for graphics. How that's going to affect that to keep the frame rate so high. But we also have variable refresh rates now on these next-gen consoles and next-gen TVs, so maybe they lock games to 60 if your TV can't handle it, and then if they just release the frame rate and let people see how well it runs.
Yeah, I'd be super curious to see how dynamic games like frame rate games perform in a Scarlett, and like even I know, like you said, variable refresh rate. State of Decay 2 has that, so technically it should be running 4K 60 then on Scarlett. Yeah. So it's gonna look really nice.
Well, that's not what variable refresh rate is, but that's I mean, it's just pushing it has an unlocked frame rate, which is nice because that will just push it. But a variable refresh rate is your TV being able to display 45 frames per second properly versus having to sit there and try to fit 45 into 60 hertz and it giving you screen tearing.
So it just won't look so jarring and stuff.
It'll look proper. Like when the frame shows up, the TV will display it.
Yeah.
Versus going, okay, we have to fit it in this frame timing. It can just display the image when it's there. That's the big perk to variable refresh rate. But all HDMI 2.1 TVs are supposed to be pushing it. So if you get a new Samsung TV, it has the variable refresh rates. LG does not right now, to my understanding, have it. They only have the G-Sync from NVIDIA. But that should also be getting an update to support variable refresh rates. All right. What other articles did we have, Will? I know there was 2 other things that came in. I just don't have them up right now.
Yeah, so Vanquish and Bayonetta, the first one, they're going to get remastered. I think it was leaked out today or yesterday. They're going to be February, I believe, 18th. They're going to be releasing. So it's going to be 4K 60, I think.
Is that just for Xbox or?
No, I'm pretty sure PS4 is going to get it too.
Okay.
Maybe even, I mean, I don't know about the Switch because I don't know how high, depending, I don't know how. It might be able to do Vanquish, but not sure about Bayonetta. But yeah, so those are coming out. That's going to be really cool. One thing that sucks is Bayonetta 2 is exclusive to Switch, so you're not going to get like all the games or anything like that. But yeah, those still 2 great games, and they're both on backwards compatibility. It's just like depends if you're able to handle the resolution they're in, which is I think they're 720 and sub 720. I know Vanquish is kind of blurry, so that's definitely not 720. The other news item, I forgot what it was, to be honest with you. I think it was, so Playground had a bit of an art leak for what may be their third-person action and RPG. There's like a woman dressed with some like interesting clothes. They're like it looks like a Fable-ish. It's nothing too crazy, but it does look interesting, like unique. You've seen it stuff, right? You've seen how like the art leaks stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks pretty cool. I heard.
Okay.
I heard you talking. So sorry, I want to cut
you.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah. No. I've seen the leak. It looked pretty cool. Nice little. I guess you would call it. Kind of reminds me of like a pirate kind of look to her, but I mean, it still look pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like a mix of like pirate and Bayonetta. This is like a weird.
Yeah. I mean, but still, it looks way more realistic than I thought it would look if that's the art style they go with, which it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it doesn't look too flashy looking. It's not like it's a little actually reserved, like the way that the way they dressed her, but it still looks cool. I mean, I don't know. This seems weird though that they leaked that. I mean, I don't know if it's like a control leak or maybe developers want people to know what they're working on and the leak. I don't know because Microsoft's been really quiet about Playground's second game.
They've been quiet about everything really. That I am. You know what? I can't say that since XO because they did let the those other 2 games come out. What was it? Obsidian and I can't even remember who made the other game off the top of my head right now. It's fucking sad. But
Rare.
Rare. Yeah, Rare and Obsidian. I let those 2 things out. So, but man, I kind of got a feeling that we're gonna see the other Rare game now at E3. To be honest, is that weird?
Another Rare game? I mean, have another game going? You mean like the Sea of Thieves team? The Sea of Thieves team? You mean?
Yeah, something tells me that maybe they got something else. But anyway, but yeah, man, Fable, it looks pretty cool. How did this leak? Did it say like was it someone who quit and left the studio or what was it?
I think it was at one of those art blogs that they have, like kind of like a deviant art.
They can't upload that shit on there. Come on.
Yeah, I don't recall, to be honest with you. I'd have to look that up, but yeah, it is out there if you guys want to look it up. I think if you type in Playground leaked art on Google, it might show up. Let me actually try that right now. Playground games leaked. Let's see if that shows up. All right. Yeah, it does show up, so you can look it up. I mean, it's hard to say though if this is like for some just concept art for some other game, but it could be definitely Fable.
Yeah. Well, let's hope so. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, if they, well, I guess it's just art. I mean, it's not like it was a fucking 10-second clip or something.
No.
I don't know. I want to see something, man. I'm tired
Phil
of waiting.
Leak it again. Phil could just
right
at the end of the room
like
and take a picture of all those screens where you couldn't fucking make
sure,
anything out.
Yeah. Do it sideways. Do it at a bad angle with a glare. And,
what game did he do? He did that with Gears, right? Like he came out, he was just like, I hope nobody catches me, and he took a picture of all the dev kits building Gears 5. Just like, yeah, there you go. Snuck a picture out. That people were zooming in on the photos of multiplayer maps or some shit. There's gonna be a snow level.
All right, so I looked at the reason for this leak. So it says Rodrigo Idolino has reached out to us directly to inform us that these images were created by him for a test position at Playground Games. Confirmed they are not from any official project that Playground is working on at the moment.
So he's trying to get on with the pictures.
Yeah, I think it could be just a denial.
Did he get the job?
I hope so. It's nice art. But yeah, that's pretty nice. The website is Seasoned Gaming. So if you Google search, go Seasoned Gaming Playground concept art, and it should be able to take you to the article, and it shows you the character designs for the woman character. So a lot of detail there. Pretty cool.
Blacked out there for me.
What's up?
So you cut out there at the end. I can't get it.
Oh, sorry. So no, I was not. I don't think. What did I miss saying there? Yeah. I mean, so if you go to Seasoned Gaming, if you go to Google search and it's Seasoned Gaming Playground Games leaked art, that should pop up.
All right, cool. Was there anything else? Any news items?
No, I think that's it for news. If
Really?
not, we'll cover it next week. It's an hour and a half of news so far.
Okay. I got a lot of stuff I watched, man, because I've been on vacation, man. I don't know if we're gonna do that today. I mean, we can wait.
We do a short anime one.
All right, so I've been watching Demon Slayer, man. That shit fire, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that.
It just keeps getting better, does it? I've not had a downward spiral episode where it regressed a little bit now. Every episode's kind of like, man, I need to see more. Oh man, I'm
gonna rewatch it again whenever
the English, yeah,
I'm gonna watching this shit again because hopefully they just dump it all at once since it's already out in Japanese. But yeah, I'm rewatching that shit. And man, Rick and Morty, man, it's been great. I mean, it's anime. It's been dope. I love it. I've been loving it.
So I've been watching Clockwork World.
Clockwork Orange.
No, so the whole world explodes or ends, and it's all about gears. Gears, people. Not Gears 5. That's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about gears.
Actual gears?
Yeah, gears. It's been interesting to say the least. I think I'm 8 episodes in. It's definitely... Okay, so this is what happened. I was sitting there going, hey, I want to watch the sci-fi anime. I got Funimation, popped it on, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking through it, I'm like, okay, what to watch? Gear World, this has 36 episodes, it's in English, let's give it a shot. And, it's a decent sci-fi show so far. But yeah, look, the world, kind of collapses in on itself. And, humanity decides to rebuild the Earth. Because for some reason it stopped or broke. And they haven't explained exactly what happened. It takes place 1,000 years after they rebuilt the Earth. And the entire planet is nothing but a giant gear. It's a bunch of giant gears all moving together. and you have just like these gearmeisters that are fixing the planet and fixing everything and trying to keep everything a whole, and you got the the political agenda and military in it, and it's been a fairly good show. It's starting to become harem-esque, like it's weird. Like I don't know why so many animes have to go straight to like, oh, now all these women are fucking under this one dude. Yeah, yay. So it's getting a little creepy, but the sci-fi part of it's still really good.
Yeah.
Anything
else?
Yeah, it's called Clockwork Planet. It's the name.
Clockwork Planet. Cool.
And then Cautious Hero. That anime is so fucking stupid and over the top. I definitely recommend it. Do you like fantasy anime, Steph?
I don't have I haven't watched the anime that I didn't like because of the setting yet.
Okay.
So like, as long as the story's good and like, I'm not like, it's got to be guns and swords and I'm not like that.
Oh no, but like I'll hit like I like sci-fi, I like fantasy. I do I bounce around, but
like
sometimes you're in the mood for just a certain type. But
yeah,
I've been watching Cautious Hero, and I think I've talked about it. Have I talked about it with you yet?
I'm not sure.
It's about this guy. So of course this goddess brings this person to her planet, to the god planet, to tell him, hey, we need you to be the hero for this world and save people. And then he comes
Sounds
from
like
Earth.
Shield Hero, right?
So of course it's going off this thing, but the guy's super cautious. So anytime he does it, he's like, no, I gotta be 100% prepared. And she's like, you want to have some water? And he's like, I don't know if you fucking poison that. I can't do that. I can't, I need to talk. She's like, why the fuck would I want to poison you? He's like, I don't know, but there's plenty of reasons. I can't do that. I'll get my own.
Is it in English?
Yeah, yes. So, like, they're going out, like, to hunt, like, slime monsters. She's like, yeah, let's just do some slime monsters at level 1. And he's just like, nah, I'm not ready for that, bro. Like, nah, I gotta work out first. Let me lift some weights. And dudes, so put this in video game terms. Like, the slime monster's level 1. He won't go out to fight the slime monster until he's level 100. Like, fucking ready to go, can fucking destroy a town with a single finger kind of level. And that's his whole MO through the entire show so far, is like, he'll see a feat, you'll be like, nah, I need to go train, I gotta, pump up, I gotta, go work on something and learn how to be the best at this one thing, and that's all he does. The entire, and it's just a good comedy fantasy anime. It's making fun of, it's making fun. It's like One Punch Man, but he can be hurt at the beginning, but he's able to use a loophole by getting the goddess to bring him back to the god realm for him to train to just go back and beat the shit out of somebody. Because he's just super cautious.
It's hilarious.
It sounds really stupid, but it's a really good anime. I definitely recommend it. I've been
watching
Black Clover.
Black Clover. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh man, it's getting really good again. Like, I'm still digging it. I still love it. I'm still watching
How much of it have you watched?
All of it.
Wait, you caught up?
Yeah, I've watched the entire thing.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Week to week, sir. I'm week to week now.
Mighty Moss.
I still prefer
recommended
watching
something on Twitter the other day. I need to figure out what it was. I'll mention it next week.
Okay.
But he's the one. The first person I seen mention Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is so freaking good.
But yeah, he had mentioned that it was over, or I guess like he's caught up, and he said this is filling the gap, and I don't even know what the show it was. But when I find out what it is, I'll mention it next week.
Was it a samurai show?
I think it was. It had like a picture. It was another samurai show, but I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, so speaking of anime stuff, I remember discussing this in an earlier podcast, but they did add Knights of Sidonia back onto Netflix. So definitely that's good because I want to finish that series. It's like a space mech anime where they're fighting like this crazy like it's hard to explain, but they're like almost like a cancerous like blob of, I don't know, like a race of things that take over your body. It's weird. It's hard to describe. Yeah, it's a cool game. I mean, the game, anime. So definitely check that out because that's back on Netflix. So also I tried watching a little bit of Naruto, but passed out.
It'll do it
What do you
to you.
think?
Well,
It's like because you know why? Because I've been playing the ever since the games were on sale, the Ultimate Ninja Store games.
mhm.
I kind of like them. I actually used 360 games that were, but I think Ubisoft published them, and then they developed them, and then they lost the license. So I was like, you know, I kind of like Naruto, so I'm gonna try to watch the anime stuff. But then like, I don't know, maybe I'm just tired.
Watch, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because there's so much parts in between the good parts.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when it's good, it's really good, but there's a lot of filler. It's a lot of filler.
Is it like Dragon Ball
not
Z
just filler,
stuff?
there's a lot of bullshit. Like
it's more than Dragon Ball Z.
It's more. Yeah, it's way worse than Dragon Ball's bullshit.
It has the most filler of any anime ever that I've ever watched. And I haven't watched very much.
We've discussed our definitions of what filler is. I mean, it does have the most filler of the regular definition, and then of just bullshit filler, it's also just.
Oh, you mean just the shit that's canon, but it's still bullshit.
That's still just bullshit. Yeah, it has the most of both. Like it is.
No, we just call that. That's just bullshit.
So much show. Like they literally squeezed everything out of that.
Yes, I mean it's cool because I like the
To the point that the show's dead. That's all I'm saying. It's dead. It's dead.
Well, it's interesting that you see him grow up. Like I just kind of seen some stuff online, and you can see him old, and he has a son, so that's cool. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, plus like when I watched on Netflix, like the quality isn't as good as I expected. That's not like a old anime. I think it came when it came out 2006 or something, 7.
I think so.
I think so. But they're like, what's really cool to go back and watch is One Piece because they're redoing the originals to be high def.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep.
I know they. I'm sorry.
The only reason I know this is because I've watched One Piece multiple times and have got like when I went to go rewatch, they had started redoing. I think it's the Crunchyroll has the remastered original season of One Piece.
What? Only Crunchyroll?
I think it's a Crunchyroll exclusive. I don't remember.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. So what app has the best looking Naruto episodes? Like better like quality? I guess they're all the
you
same.
can go anywhere. Like it's the same. Like
is Naruto Funimation?
Huh?
I'm not even thinking Naruto's on Funimation. Is it?
It's on Netflix, but maybe they have the contract to that. Maybe. But they do have like it's just annoying because it has like black bars on the side. So I'm like,
yeah, it's not on Naruto's not on Funimation. It's
I didn't think so. It's one of the big ones that's missing because I was gonna watch Hunter x Hunter, and that's not on Funimation either for some reason.
Yeah, I know Netflix added a bunch of new animes in there, so
yeah, they have both of those.
Is all on Crunchyroll.
I'm not paying for Crunchyroll. Fuck that shit.
Definitely, if you have like anime, hankering, you got like 3 apps for that. You got Netflix, Funimation, and Crunchyroll.
I'm happy with what Netflix has been doing so far, honestly, because they really have added a third viable way of watching anime. I still think Funimation's the best.
Yeah, definitely.
The best service.
Like, content-wise, I think they're the best content. But yeah, as Netflix has like, I don't know if they pioneered. Do you think so? They pioneered an anime on a streaming network. You think?
Crunchyroll predates Netflix's push by a while.
Oh yeah. Okay, because I didn't know Crunchyroll was around that long time.
Because Crunchyroll was huge, and then I please somebody correct me, but Funimation became a big thing, and they saw the money on the table, made their thing. It's really good. Netflix is just cashing in on it all as well.
Isn't there also like a manga app as well? Like
Crunchyroll
manga
and Funimation both have manga, I believe.
I
know Crunchyroll does.
If you're gonna read manga, I would recommend. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump. It's $1.99, and you get everything. Or you can just download the Shonen Jump app and get all the new stuff like when it comes out.
Oh, well I was talking about the manga. It's an actual like animation publishing thing. I think it's Manga Entertainment or something like that. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but
I'm not sure. Well, I know there's for the big ones, there's Viz, and I'm not sure if the other one has the word manga in it. That doesn't sound right, but
we look that up to make sure. I think it's Manga Entertainment.
All right, we're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say we could really move on to.
Yeah, Manga Entertainment. Yeah, they have. It's like they're a distributor. They also do like anime stuff too. So yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, Steph.
Yes, sir.
What are you playing, sir?
I got a smorgasbord of games. So I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, of course. So I get that stuff out the way. Nothing new there. Nothing new. Anything new to say about that? Went back and I played Devil May Cry 5 because why not?
Nice.
So I kind of hadn't played it in a long time, and I gotta say I really don't like V for some reason this time. I don't know why, but anyway, that's the guy with he's got like animals and shit.
Sandals.
Yeah. Well, the demons, I guess. But yeah. So I've been playing that, and I got Zelda on the Switch. The new one, I forgot what it's called. I guess this is a remake of the original Zelda, but I got that. I've been playing that. Man, I got a new TV for Black Friday, and I hooked the Switch up to it, and God, it looks like ass on a good TV. Like the Switch looks.
Oh, Switch.
Just the Switch in general, just the UI. Looking at the UI on a good TV, it looks terrible. It looks fucking terrible. It's a terrible. I can't wait for Nintendo to get with the 21st century. Have like it's so weird. Like
what's funny is we only got 4K in a mid-gen refresh. It's not like this console generation was a 4K
I know,
generation.
but it's so weird. But the fact is,
I don't get wrong. I'm not saying we ain't spoiled because we are.
Did the Switch come out before or after the PS Pro?
I think it's. I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
I think it came out in 2017, right? It's when the Switch came out, and the PlayStation 4. The Pro came out in 2016. So the Pro came out a year before the Switch. That's right.
Yeah, but the Switch is more of a handheld.
I don't give a fuck, man. I'm tired of Nintendo. I'm tired of them making excuses of why they can't make high resolution games. I want what the current highest resolution.
No, like I agree. Like what I want to see for the next Switch is I want a handheld Switch, and when you put it in the dock, it has a DGPU, just that is the dock that you put it in, and it just like blows the graphics performance up to a better level.
I mean, I'm not saying I need to play the games in like 4K 60 or something like that.
No, but if it could be 1440p, that'd be really cool if that was the default.
I at least want the shit to be at least the UI can look good. Damn, it's all fuzzy. It's like whenever you unplug your damn monitor and it accidentally goes back down to fucking 1080p or lower, and it's all fuzzy and the mouse moves slower and shit. I hate that shit. Yeah, Jesus Christ. But anyway, that's off on a tangent. But yeah, I played that. I mean, I really enjoyed that game. It was either that or get Pokemon, and I was like, if my kids see me playing Pokemon, they might make fun of me, so I didn't get it.
What? Pokemon's great.
I know it is. Like I want to play it. Kind of want to play it, so I might get it.
Just get Sword. I got Shield. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I got Shield specifically so that I knew
I'm getting Sword.
I just knew everybody was going to get Sword, so I figured, fuck it, I'll get Shield, and that way I can get the Pokemon I want.
Okay, well now I know someone who has.
Now I got valuable. I got valuable Pokemon. Like my shit, I could be like, nah, motherfucker, you gonna give me what I want first for my cheap ass Pokemon.
Gotcha. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing there, sir.
Long game.
Well, I went back and played Halo, of course. Not Halo Reach. I know everybody's sucking Halo Reach's dick right now. And can I just be that one guy to go out there and say that was the single player good? Yeah, it was a good single player game. But I played that shit like, I don't know, 9 years ago, and I don't really give a shit no more. And the multiplayer was trash. It was the worst multiplayer for a Halo game that I ever played. I cannot stand that game.
Over 4?
Yes, hell yes. You know why? Because do you take the battle rifle out of the game? No. Nope. No, sir. That's a cardinal sin. Don't you ever take the battle rifle out of Halo. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I understand why they did it when they did it, but when I went to multiplayer and I got the DMR and I just couldn't do it. I was like, man, this is terrible. I hate this game. It ruined Halo for me, and
By
I'll
the
never
way,
forget that.
it's not like the Master Chief Collection is not just Reach. They improved a bunch of the games, and they also improved the UI.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, I'm just saying. I've also played Halo, the Master Chief Collection, and it's running really well, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, like the quality of life improvements for the UI and how you get into games was much like it was needed, and it does run very well.
Good for
and
them.
It's good to see that Steam and it's like
yeah. I mean, I was happy that people like bought the game, so I'm thinking, when the next Halo comes out, it'll be a
it's gonna be huge. Infinite's gonna be huge because it's gonna launch day and date on PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
That everybody's gonna be playing that shit, and it, of course, Game Pass, so everybody's gonna be playing it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Kind of funny that a lot of people had the option to get Game Pass now on PC, but they chose to buy it on Steam. I mean, you got over 100,000 plus people playing it concurrently on Steam. And then
no, but like you got the Steam diehards, but like let's say you broke a month, you can't play the game right off the bat. $10, you go fucking have Game Pass, you play Halo.
Well, what was it? It wasn't that expensive on Steam though, was it? How much?
Oh no, Reach was $10. But if you were going to buy all of Halo, but we're talking about Halo Infinite when it's a $60 game rolling down.
Oh
the pipe,
yeah, okay, I got you.
Like that could be the big driving factor of like, hey, like you just fucking, even if you're going to plan on buying it next month, like you could for a month you can buy Game Pass and be able to enjoy the new Halo.
I don't know, man. I can't do it, bro. I can't fucking play Halo Reach. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you could just unselect it and enjoy all the other games, the improvements.
No, I mean, I'm playing Halo 5.
Yeah, no, Halo 5's great. You're not going to get an argument from me.
But
I played some Halo 3 rounds and just forgot how much I love that game. Like I'm a huge fan of Halo 3's multiplayer.
It's hard to go back and play those old games, bro. I can't do. I mean, there's no sprint. I mean, fuck that.
There's limited sprint. It's a perk.
And Halo 3.
No,
are you talking about Reach?
I think that's Reach, isn't it?
That's the one I'm not fucking playing.
Yeah,
and that's the one with the bubble shield and all other bullshit.
Just a Halo.
Or was that?
I'll put it this way: I have somebody that argues the exact opposite of you that I know, like that.
What the Halo Reach with all the DMR?
Oh no, just he hates Halo 5 and the changes they did to it. He claims that the whole community wants sprint to go away so that they get back to purist.
Your friend that tell him that I said he dumb and that the sprint needs to be there and get
I just want to put y'all two in party together just so I can watch this
I got
fight.
a friend that I met as the first friend I met on Xbox Live. I've known him since 2000 and however long Xbox Live been a thing.
Because I know he was literally competitive in Halo.
Yeah, so. He was literally the first friend I ever made on Xbox Live. And then we went from Unreal Championship. Think about how long ago that was. Unreal Championship to Halo, and I bust his ass all up and down Halo. I beat his ass so bad in Halo. He tried so hard to become a pro gamer in Halo and just to get better than me, which eventually he got close. But then, I got a life outside of games, and then he became better than me. He himself feels the exact same way as that other guy saying that, nah, man, they added too much to it, yada, yada, this. I'm like, bruh, if you want to play the old game, go play the old game.
Yeah.
When they come out with something new, I want something new. I don't want to play the same shit.
Yep.
I don't want to play. If I want to play the same shit, I'll play.
Sure.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not the same shit. I understand, like, maybe for like a competitive mode, hey, let's not have this there. Let's not have a ground pound or something like that. The dumb shit, the shit that you don't need in there to make it a good competitive game.
Well, he was arguing about the bloom in social versus competitive in what is it, Halo 3 or Reach? I can't remember.
The bloom in Halo Reach is the reason why people didn't like it. That's the reason why I didn't play it. It was terrible.
Well, it's in competitive. It's not in Reach. It's only in social and Reach.
And they've had to change that.
And then they never fixed the rate of fire without the bloom. So you can have insane rate of fire in it. All right. Well, enough. Let's get out of the weeds real quick. So I've been playing Pokemon. I just beat the second gym before I did the podcast. I beat the second gym.
Nice.
And what else have I been playing? I'm excited because we get the Minecraft Bees update. I think we should have had this in news on December 12th, I believe, is the release date. So we'll be able to have bees, people. Bees! It's just going to be a bunch of Nick Cage memes from here on out once that update drops. No, nobody enjoys my joke. I see how y'all are.
Sorry, man.
What else?
It was a good try, though.
I was not prepared.
Hey, just pull up your achievements
a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing that now. I'm just trying to fill in the time. Well, it loads up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sea of Thieves, Halo. Oh, my Mass Effect adventure. Yeah, I was playing some Mass Effect, people. I don't know. I hit a kind of a lull in the game. I still want to continue. I almost want to just stream it live for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fun. Just go and stream through the original Halo. Or not Halo. Mass Effect.
I can see why you confuse the two.
Yeah. It just became a shooter. That's all.
Yeah. Very much.
And then everybody would remember back in the day, people try to compare the vehicle in it to the Warthog.
Yeah.
Not the same. Not the fucking
not even fucking close.
Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda is a little different though. It's like closer, but because that's like a little cool like land vehicle. I don't know if it's the same one than that one, but
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I was playing some of that. Had a good group. We were enjoying a few rounds. I was getting. You know what? I say I was doing okay. For me, I was doing okay. I didn't get obliterated. First couple times I played that game, I had not played that in forever and just got destroyed. But I would say I was doing better by the end of it. Let's see. Jason picked up a new TV as well for Black Friday. So we ended up loading up like a ton of games. I was playing Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I actually do like it. I think it's a fun game, but it's something you definitely have to have a group of friends to play. I don't think it does as good of a job as being The Division as The Division does. And The Division, you can definitely solo if you really wanted to. And it just, I feel like the story's more well told. And I think somebody called it The Division Light, and I kind of agree. It doesn't feel like a Ghost Recon game. It feels more like they just made The Division 1.7 instead of, making another Ghost Recon. It's a weird game, but it's still a good game. It's just not Ghost Recon. I don't know why they made it that way when they literally make The Division. So I get people like the formula, but it doesn't make sense for a Ghost Recon game.
Yeah.
It would be like making like Rainbow Six into The Division. Like, why? That's not
eventually all games will become
The Division. Yeah. Or in the Blind Forest, The Division. It's got to happen. Ori 3.
Oh, that would be kind of dope, though. Maybe that's what the new Rare game is.
It's just Ori in the Division universe.
Yeah, that's co-op.
Fucking great. Can't wait. I've already talked about Jackbox 6, I think. I really enjoyed that. I ended up playing a couple rounds with people in that. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's a great game.
But that's it. That's all I've been playing. Will, please.
Yeah, I've been a cavalcade. Let me see.
Will, you completely broke out for me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I've been playing Halo Master Chief Collection with Halo Reach, PUBG, My Friend Pedro, which is on Game Pass. It's a great action game. A little bit of Greedfall, Control, Plague Tale, Innocence, Remnant from the Ashes. That's a good one. We should definitely co-op that game, all three of us. I think it's a 3-player. Yeah, that's an awesome game though. It's surprisingly good.
We should all co-op it and stream it together. I think
that's yeah, that'd be awesome. I'll be down. It's definitely on Game Pass for everyone. So if you guys have game, which I'm sure you do,
stream 3 co-stream.
Yeah,
it'd be so good. So good.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So I played some Crash Team Racing, Crash Bandicoot Regular, the remake, Munchkin Quacked Quest. That was I think that's a Game Pass game as well. It's like a 4-player co-op, but you can play some of it in single player. Playing Gravel. Gravel is like a off-road racing game. It's pretty good actually. Like the HDR is amazing on that actually. The Apex, Medan, and yeah, that's it. A million games.
You wish you bought that Control still?
Actually, yeah, I bought it.
No, are you regretting buying it?
No, I mean it's fine. It's not like it's not blowing my mind yet, but the combat's pretty fun.
Because it's coming to Game Pass, maybe or maybe not.
Yeah, I don't really care about too much about that. Like I already own it, so.
Wait, you don't got Game Pass? I keep forgetting that shit. Will.
Yeah, I have Game Pass though.
Oh, you do got it.
Yeah. I mean, that had a whole lot of games lately. So
I twisted that motherfucker's arm so hard. Will sign Game Pass for $1.
Platform or some shit.
Nah.
I was sitting there. I was like, Will, it's a fucking $1. And Will's just like, I don't know. I'm like,
yeah, that dollar deal.
It's $1.
I think mine ends up in
He's getting messages
February.
at 2 a.m. It's $1.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's good till February. So it's still like a good amount of time. I think it sucks. I think it expires before Bleeding Edge. So like, that sucks. Maybe they'll have another $1 deal.
Yeah, maybe they will.
Yeah.
If they don't,
hopefully.
Just on your Xbox, you sign up on another account.
There you go. Just for Bleeding Edge.
Yep, just for Bleeding Edge. You can still play it on your account. Just make that other account that your main console. Bam. Loophole.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Loophole, bitches. That's right. We be thinking. All right. Is there anything else you've been playing, Will, or?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in for the last hour and 53 minutes-ish of podcast. We appreciate it. Eric bounced out, but he also appreciates you tuning in.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
And of course, we'd all would love for you to write in at letters@xboxuncut.com. But until next week, I don't know. I'm going to talk to the guys. Maybe we'll just start recording on Thursday nights. It just seems like it works. Versus Wednesdays. I don't know.
Well, is this the second time we've done on Thursday or something?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it comes back.
It happens a lot.
It's fine for me.
It's really weird. It just happens a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, we just had an emergency yesterday. Where
no, of course, yeah.
I mean, Wednesday. I feel like if we miss Thursday, then it's going to be harder for us to do it on Friday.
Yeah,
I think that's
you're right. We'll keep it on Wednesdays. You see,
yeah.
People
that way we can. If we have to postpone it, it'd be easier to do a Thursday show than it would be a Friday show.
Yeah, Thursday is like the fallback show.
It's a fallback. It's a fallback day. All right. Well, we'd love everybody that tuned in. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all take
Thanks, Infinity Line.
Oh, Infinity Line. There's I didn't save all the names.
No worries.
Malek. There's a few people that retweeted us. We definitely appreciate all the shout outs for the podcast. But until next week, guys, y'all take it easy and please tune in. Hit that. Whoa, yeah, I got to do all the bullshit YouTube stuff. Hit that bell icon. Smash the like button. But until then, we'll see y'all later. Take it easy, everybody.
Later, guys.
Peace.